Action. All right, everybody. How you doing? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I'm here. Actually, we're doing both Facebook Live and YouTube real quick because I wanted to bring in a brother that's going through something that I think everybody should understand. His name is Michael Dothard, and he created a very popular hip hop page on Facebook called According to Hip Hop with the number 2. And the page was going on for years. He put blood, sweat, and tears in his page, thousands of hours of work, cultivated thousands of pieces of content, relationships with dozens, if not scores, or maybe even over 100 different artists and entertainment people in the entertainment industry. And one day, out of the blue, out of nowhere, Facebook pops in and just deletes his page, just bans it, takes it off the map. And this was a shock because Michael went through a lot of trouble to make sure he wasn't violating any copyright issues or anything. And so before we get into this more, I want to welcome Mr. Dothard. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing real good, man. Real good. I'm very sorry to hear about your page. I know your page very well. I followed your page for many years. I've contributed on the page as well. And D1, a hip hop artist I respect, has contributed. A lot of people have. They love your page. And so I was stunned. I saw that your page went down, and I said, well, what happened? And I reached out to you. Can you kind of maybe tell us, just sort of, let's just start there. When this happened, when Facebook deleted your page, because I don't even know where to start, because I'm as pissed. I doubt I'm as pissed off as you are, but I'm pissed off about it. But let's start there. When did the ban happen? Why did it occur? What did Facebook tell you was the reason for the ban?
Okay. Well, basically, they were saying that the ban was put in place because of copyright infringement issues. They said that we were repeat offenders of copyright violations, and the actual owners of the material, which, because they give you the actual email address to the people who own the material, they had no idea what was going on. So basically, Facebook uses a technology using algorithms that scans the video, and if it lines up with another video, then they just hit you with a copyright violation without even asking the owner itself and without even warning the person who is said in violation. I have a friend of mine, Yasin. He's been down with us since day one. He's a DJ. He raps. He makes videos, and he has his stuff on iTunes. So to promote his music on iTunes, I was going to upload one of his videos. And we upload video content because, it gains more traffic that way and people are able to actually track the views. And people are more prone to click something that's moving across the screen as opposed to, just a stale link. And of course, if you check out everything, make sure everyone owns everything. Anyway, I uploaded his video and bam, they hit us with a violation when he told me straight up that, he owns it, it's his stuff, he wants to promote it, and he doesn't even know why that even happened. And those strikes, things like that, strike against us. We've uploaded, I want to say, thousands of content. And I think the violations may have been for about 6 or 7 videos, and without even getting to the bottom of it, Facebook just went ahead and issued a ban. And I don't know if anyone out there knows this, like, you can't talk to anybody at Facebook. And that's been the biggest issue of trying to get this problem, trying to get this problem solved, because it's all emails. And when you email someone, they take about 48 hours to get back to you. Then they send you back some generic text. And even when, I've contacted people who they said we need to contact as far as the copyright issues go, the owners of the videos that they said were in violation, and they're upset too because they like the traffic that we were able to provide with our fan base, because everything we do is to promote, basically, and they're not allowing us to promote based upon their faulty copyright infringement policies.
Wow. Wow. So you're telling me that Facebook banned you, and after they banned you, you couldn't even get a person on the phone to tell you why they took away your
No.
page, which had hundreds of thousands of fans. I mean, I want people to understand how
Yeah.
hard it is to build a page like that. I mean, you guys built this page organically,
Yeah.
and it took how many years for you to build this page?
I mean, the growth really started, it took about, I would say, about 4 to 5 years. And, that's 4 to 5 years of hard work. And you're talking about a backlog of material. All of these artists whose material we've posted is, it's nowhere to be found now. We have there was a cipher that we posted, for these young ladies. And, it ended up getting about 4 million views. It was up to 4 million views at the time of the page's removal, and they were using that to get gigs and, traffic and, further their careers. And they don't have that to even show anymore because
Wow.
Facebook has removed this. And again, I'm reaching out to all of the artists who, we've posted, making sure they sign this petition, because basically I'm gonna give you a little back history of, according to hip hop and, why it was built in the first place. I used to work in radio, and media is incredibly political, and it's really tough for artists to actually get their stuff out there. With the internet, it's really helped artists to put their stuff up on a platform, but people still have to know about it. We wanted to be that outlet that was going to provide that opportunity for artists who was trying to get their music heard and get it to an audience, because there really isn't a, a outlet our size that does that. Most of the outlets our size are very corporate. They're just going to show you the stuff that's on a major level, or, it's very political. And, you
Wow.
can make a song, you could have made a song yesterday or whatever, and, we dig it, and, we'll upload it and see what people think about it. There's not anywhere that you can get something like that done. And for them to remove our page, it's definitely infringing on up and coming artists' opportunity to really get to a large audience, because there weren't people doing what we were doing,
So
and what we are doing. Go
let me ask
ahead.
you this. So Facebook never actually mentioned, did they mention a specific copyright violation that triggered all of this? Or did they just say this is just, a general, you've done this too many times, it's a problem, so now you're gone? How much
Uh,
explanation did you get?
I didn't get an explanation at all, and I know previously, when they gave I guess, a warning or took a video down, they would give me the email address to the person who owned it. Let me give you an example. Like the last time that, we received that message, it was for a video that a publication, GQ magazine, they do the 2 Chainz, expensivest thing or whatnot. Anyway, we normally upload those and those are no problem. And, for whatever reason, the last video was. And so I reached out to them, reached out to a gentleman that they told me to, that owns it. And he was like, yeah, we love when you guys post our stuff. I'm going to get in contact with our Facebook rep now. And so hours later, he talked to somebody, and they lifted, well, actually, let me back up. They gave us a 30-day, I guess, ban from that post, right? And so once he got in contact with them and told them everything was okay, then they lifted that and everything was okay again. So it was like, all right, well, I guess I don't have to take any other further action because this has been solved. And yeah, weeks later, they just took the whole page down. And I'm like, we have solved all of the issues that, you guys have brought to us. Because when I saw the 30-day ban, I was like, okay, well, we got to make sure everything is right. And make sure we, go over the top and don't just post anything. And even when the artists ask me to post their stuff, I start asking, did you own this? Do you own this? And I wasn't posting stuff where people were rhyming over other people's instrumentals. We took extra care. And then like you said, they removed it finally and didn't give any explanation for whatever video, I guess, triggered that, or wouldn't even give us an opportunity to resurrect that, like we were able to do so with the GQ video.
Wow. So when you so to this point, how much progress do you feel that you've made in terms of just getting any sort of reaction from Facebook? Anything that might
On
help you
their
feel?
end, yeah, I don't feel like I've gotten any type of. I'm sorry, I'm turning off some notifications. But yeah, on their end, I don't feel like I've gotten any type of, feedback or what we need to do. The only message I got was, again, it was a generic message. It didn't even have our name in it. So, it sounded like generic verbiage where it was like, we can't get this back up at this time because you violated, copyright infringement laws and you've been a repeat offender, type situation. And yeah, it's just, I think, see, the thing about it is I feel like, first of all, Facebook needs a cease and desist policy in place where in these situations, if you do come across something in your algorithm, which is not 100% because you're not talking to individual people, you need to send out an order to just basically say, this video came across, as copyrighted material. You have 24 hours to take it down or have that person contact us.
Yeah,
Simple as that. Either do that or, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, no. I was going to say that I agree with you 100%. I was going to ask you if you had any help, any luck with lawyers or anybody that that has even offered any hope in terms of being able to possibly get the attention of Facebook.
Well, I have spoken to copyright lawyers on this issue, and their reaction is, yes, they don't understand why there's not a cease and desist order in place, because for every other copywritten issue, there is a cease and desist order.
Well, by the way, just
So
so
for
you
every
guys,
other copywritten,
in case everybody's
go ahead.
wondering, I was saying goodbye to my goddaughter. She's actually leaving town, and so I'm gonna stay on the line. But I love my kids, so I just gotta say goodbye real quick. So I
Oh
hope you
no,
guys understand. Give me 1 second. Bye. Love you. All right, be safe, okay? All right, bye. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. That was a personal moment, but I'm sure if you have children or people you love, you know what I'm talking about. All right, please continue, brother. My apologies.
yeah, no problem. What I was saying was I've spoken to copyright lawyers, and in no other sense have they seen where there isn't a cease and desist order in place, and they don't understand why it's not the same way on the digital level. Because honestly, between that and the lack of support, this whole thing could have been prevented. If there was actually somebody to talk to at Facebook the first time that we got a violation, we would have been able to talk through the whole thing to make sure that we were not going to be in any type of violations further on. Because what was happening was basically after they issued a violation, it wasn't the actual post that came after that they called us on violations for. It was stuff that was way back in the backlog from months before, which I don't understand why it wasn't caught initially in the first place.
I agree.
You could tell that their system is definitely, they're modifying the system as it goes. Like you can tell, because I think the first violation we received was maybe sometime last year, and I think we've gotten maybe 7 or so in the past year. Anyway, you could tell how each one has changed through time because they came months apart. It wasn't like, we were just uploading stuff and it's like day to day, like, getting rejected, this, that, and the third. And many of them were errors because, again, like I told you, I mean, D1 was actually one of them. And I know that, D1 appreciates us posting his material up there as well.
Well, Well, I tell you, I talked to D1 this morning, and D1 said he was shocked, he was stunned that the page got
Yeah.
took down, and he said there's no issue with you guys using any of his videos because he's appreciative of the exposure, and so I
Yeah.
think I think he wants to know, like a lot of people, how he can help. How can people help if they want to, support to get your effort to get your page back up?
Well, the first thing you can do to help at this moment is go to change.org and type in according, the number 2, hip hop, and you'll see the petition up there. Just sign the petition. And we're basically pushing for Facebook to have, well, first of all, to get our page back up and to have a cease and desist order in place. That'll definitely help because, again, the power is in numbers. And like I said, I'm pushing that out to our whole Twitter fan base, all of the actual artists who we've supported over the years. And if they can help get that petition around on change.org, that would definitely be a huge help so that Facebook can see that their lack of support and their, how to improve their policies, basically. But their lack of support on a business level is definitely detrimental to, businesses going forward. Because when people have their fan pages and their businesses on Facebook, I mean, they get a lot of traffic because most people spend a lot of their time on Facebook, more so than a website. So they're definitely helping businesses out, and when people have their business not just centered around Facebook, but centered around social media in general, people need to have somebody to speak to on a business level. Yeah, I'm
Right.
not calling Facebook about my personal profile or this person said something mean to me. We have a staff to worry about and we have bottom lines to hit. And if we can't actually talk to a real live person to resolve issues that day, that puts people in a backwards position.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? One thing I want everybody to do if you're listening is make sure you go to change.org, look up according to hip hop, the number 2. Also, I would say that this is an alarm bell. The reason I want to definitely have this conversation is not just because I know Michael as a friend and I respect him and I followed his page and he shared a lot of our content over the years. But also, this is a growing problem. This happens all over the place. I've been banned from Facebook for reasons I didn't know. We couldn't get in touch with a person when we would get banned, and we haven't had any pages taken down yet, but it could happen any day of the week. And so I would say anybody who's looking to build a business on Facebook, be very, very careful. Maybe use Facebook as part of your strategy, but also try your best to collect as many email addresses as possible. Get on other social media platforms. Do other things that you can have. We even get phone numbers so we can text people in case of emergency. And it's tough, and hindsight is always 2020. And I know for us, we still are working to diversify, but Facebook is changing, and Facebook has too much power right now. In fact, think about it. We're having this conversation right now on Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so, but the thing is, they're getting too much power, and it's becoming arrogant power in the sense that even though Facebook is a pretty well-run company from a financial standpoint, the human element just isn't there the way it should be. If you have people that have big pages, say at least over 100.